Welcome to Pursuit of Perfect System. These speakers are the Wharfedale EVO 4.2. They feature a 6.5-inch black woven Kevlar bass driver, a 2-inch soft dome mid-range driver, and a 30x60 AMT or air motion tweeter. And they have a curved cabinet, and I'm sure you will agree they look pretty damn swanky. Now, if we met in a pub, well, back up please mate, social distancing and all that. And if I opened my coat and showed you these speakers, how much would you think that they cost? £2,000, £1,500, maybe £1,000? You know, I think that would be a pretty damn good guess. But no, they actually cost £599. And when you think about it, in 2020, when everything is so damn expensive, to have all this speaker driver technology built into a really nice looking pair of Bookshelf speakers that cost under £600 is pretty damn incredible. Now at this point, I could do a very typical YouTube clickbait type of thing and slap some big headlines on a video such as giant killers or best value speakers in the world. Really, if you're going to do something like that, then it probably makes sense to look at some other Bookshelf speakers around this price point as well. So why don't we do that? So as you can see, the Wharfedale EVO 4.2 are not the only very interesting Bookshelf speaker system that you can buy for around this type of money, and they are not even the only three-way Bookshelf type speaker system that you can buy for around this type of money. To look at an alternative, we need to head over to France. Cabasse, a very long established French speaker manufacturer, make the Antigua MC170. These feature a coaxial mid-range tweeter driver and a 6.7-inch bass driver with its voice coil being mounted on Capton, not Krypton, Capton. But they are not the only coaxial Bookshelf speaker system that you can buy for around this money. To look at an alternative, we need to head to Scotland. Fyne Audio have their F500, which features a 6-inch ISO flare point source driver with a bass tracks down firing port system taken from their flagship speakers. Very, very cool stuff. But they are still not the only coaxial based speaker system that you can buy for around this money. Going back to England to see Kef, we also have the moving on, staying in England, we have the legend, the classic, the Bowers & Wilkins 606. Which features 800 series continuum cone driver materials, and if the 602 are anything to go by, these are going to be a formidable bookshelf speaker for under £650. But what if you want some muscle, some American muscle? The SVS Prime bookshelf speakers feature some very sexy curves, a 6.5-inch mid-bass driver and a 1-inch tweeter, and you would expect speakers from a subwoofer specialist really manufacturer to deliver us some really good bass. But what if you want something more elegant, something that's a little bit more classy, and definitely something with a high WAF appeal? Let's go back to England and see Acoustic Energy. Their AE300 bookshelf speakers are very elegant looking speakers, which feature a 120mm or really a 5-inch in old money ceramic aluminium sandwich based mid-bass driver, and they have waveguide controlled 1-inch aluminium tweeter. They sound like exciting speakers, but what if you want more tweeter? Well, in that case then we need to go back over to the good old US of A. We need to look at the YouTube infamous Klipsch RP600M. Happiness is copper and black, right? The legend that is the RP600M features a 6.5-inch cerametallic mid-bass driver and a 1-inch titanium hybrid Tractrix horn vented tweeter. But can it get any better than this for the money? Well, in that case then we need to go back to France. The Focal Chora 806 feature a 6.5-inch slate fibre mid-bass driver and then an aluminium magnesium inverted dome tweeter with very much Focal's unique styling. Now, if it doesn't get any better than this, it can certainly get cheaper. Let's go back to the UK. Arguably the king of affordable higher performance hi-fi speakers are Acoustics, who make the 3030i, which cost only £299 and yet still offer a nice design, a 6.5-inch paper optimized mid-bass driver and a decoupled 1-inch tweeter for improved clarity. I'm really tired after going through all those different speaker systems, but did I miss anybody? Kef? Only joking. Kef unfortunately didn't have any Q350 speakers available to send into me for this mega test which I'm about to go through. Being serious in the video from this point on, I actually think this price category of bookshelf speakers is a really important one for, you know, audiophiles and people coming into the industry, and I think it's amazing in 2020 to see such a variety of different speaker options and technologies and looks and designs being available, all for under £650. I'm sure some of you are really interested to know which of these speakers are the best, and obviously I'm very interested in that myself. Can there be a definitive best? Well, we'll find out, but I'm sure there'll be a best for you or a best for these types of specific situations, but it's going to be an interesting one to find out. Now, what I need to do really is give all of these speaker systems their due credit, because there's some really interesting speakers in this lineup. So what I'm going to do is fully review all of them, all 9 different speakers over the next few weeks, and then at the end I'll come back and make a conclusion video and then maybe discuss which speakers I felt were best for these different reasons, and then hopefully from that I can make some recommendations to you what speakers might best suit you in certain circumstances. Before we get into that, what about first impressions? Which of these speaker systems stood out to you? Maybe for brand loyalty, maybe for technology, maybe for their styling, or it could be any reason. Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to find that really, really interesting. I think the standout speakers to me from a very short period of time with them are the 2 speaker systems from the US of A, the SVS and the Klipsch. The SVS stand out for being really heavy, really solid, really well built, really nicely finished. And I think the Klipsch stand out because of that, horn loaded tweeter system and the copper based driver. They're also quite a tall speaker system. And then I think the Fyne Audio F500 are a really interesting overall speaker design, and obviously I'll look more into that as part of their review. And they also feel really compact and really solid and really well built. Now I mustn't forget the Bowers and Wilkins 606. There's just something really clean and really elegant about how they look as a speaker system, and I do really like the continuum driver material. It just looks really lovely. And I don't want to forget the Cabasse Antigua MC170, because obviously that coaxial driver system, the tweeter at the front, for some reason that just reminds me of the Eye of Sauron from the Lord of the Rings. And let's not forget the speakers that are behind me, the Wharfedale EVO 4.2s, because they've got an air motion tweeter and a soft dome mid-range driver, and you don't normally see that type of speaker technology on speakers costing anything less than maybe 3 or more thousands of pounds. So to get all that technology in a speaker costing under £600, it's just incredible value for money. Let's quickly talk about amplifiers, because I want to make sure that I hear the absolute very best of what these speakers can deliver. So I've got myself a very interesting amplifier lineup, which should offer me something different, so that hopefully, if needed, I can balance the amplifier with the speakers to hear them at their very best. So one of the amplifiers I'll be using is the Arcam SA30. I'll also be using the Chord Electronics Etude, and I'm also just waiting to arrive the Cabasse Audio AI 1.20. This is the sister amplifier to my best amplifier of 2019, the Cabasse Audio AI 1.10. Now the AI 1.10 was a pure Class A valve or tube amplifier. Sister amplifier, the AI 1.20, is a pure Class A solid state amplifier, which is an absolute beautiful thing to look at. There's a hell of a lot of work for me to do over the coming weeks, but that also means there'll be a hell of a lot of really interesting and great videos for you to enjoy going forwards. If you've just come to Pursuit of Perfect System, this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Just one more thing, with 9 different speakers to review, where does an audio file start? Let me know down below in the comment section which speakers you'd like me to start with, and I'll see what I can do for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it's been just a bit of fun just to start this whole review series, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.